What's going on, Cantina patrons? He's Darth Paul, I'm Padawan Dave.
And welcome to the Mudhorn Cantina.
Alrighty, Cantina patrons, so this weekend we, or more predominantly you, put up a bunch of shelves in our lounge area because we have been complaining a lot here on the Mudhorn, as well as our other channel, the Geek Lounge, that we've got all this stuff but not really a lot of space to display any of it.
No, exactly, and the only area we really had left was wall space.
Yeah, so we've decided to put up a bunch of shelves again. I say you predominantly did most of the work. Quite happy with my work. And speaking of the collection, we did actually have some stuff on display already, though I don't think we've shown any of this off on either channel, right? No. Maybe like one or two pieces. So you know what? Let's have a look at this. So up top, this is still a bit of a work in progress, isn't it, really?
Yeah, this is more just a case of having to put things out that I did look at and had nowhere else for them to go at the time. So
yeah, so because it's the Yoda Mythos, or is that
that's the premium format Clone Wars statue from Sideshow.
Next to it, we've got you got that for free, but it was like first couple of hundred purchases or something, right?
Yeah, I can't remember actually what that was with now.
Yeah.
That was the first one they did, and then they did the Luke one in a bit of a better packaging.
We've never built it, we've just kind of kept it there, but they sell for pretty decent now. If we obviously don't want to sell ours, but other people, I think they've been going on eBay for quite a bit of money, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we have the Greedo. Was it NYC?
NYC, yeah.
Which was our very first episode, actually, on the Mudhorn. Sadly, though, cease and desist now, right, from Disney. So he's no longer
producing Star Wars pieces.
Yeah, it's sad because some of them were really good, but I mean, I kind of get it. Yeah, Disney's the big evil corporation, but they do own the IP as well, so it's really one of those things. And below that, a bit of a droid shelf, R2, BB-8, what was that thing's name? Dio, something like that. That's not the actual, the actual set's in behind, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. BD-1 was actually the original mock that I kind of...
It was a custom, long before that came out. You've had that a couple of years, haven't you? And then one of those buildable figures, and then not really some droid stuff there.
Yeah, that just ended up getting chucked on the shelf at some point.
And then a bit of an Imperial theme going on here. Is that the OG UCS, or is that the second one?
No, that's the original one from 2001.
Yeah, but we have got the other one in the loft, right? Yeah, so here's a quick scan for you guys. I think it's a pretty cool one. I remember when you build it though, because it's old, it wasn't numbered bagged or anything, right?
No, that's right. It's so many grey pieces as well, similar to the UCS Imperial Shuttle. I
would just not have the patience for that. Cool, all these come with it, or have you?
No, they're just things I think they're various different stormtroopers over time. Some probably have different printing on them slightly, but I just kind of chuck them on there.
And then Stormtrooper again. That's the helmet. Because we've got all of them actually now, have we?
Yes.
All of the Lego ones. Was that UCS as well?
Yeah, it's the UCS ATST.
All-terrain scout. Yeah, all-terrain scout. Transport. We've got a bunch of helmets and some other little things in behind. It's a bit difficult, sadly, to get in there. This is part of the reason we also wanted to, put up these shelves and things. Apologies if you guys can hear I'm kind of bumping into things all over the place. We've got this massive box that's just hiding everything else that's in behind. There's some very cool stuff in there. I mean, non-Star Wars as well. I think that's the Tumbler, isn't it? From Batman, the OG one as well. Original one, very cool piece. I mean, they've just got stuff scattered on the windowsill. Some of this we've obviously pulled out and kind of prepared, because we're going to kind of play around with what we're going to put on the shelves and things like that. And speaking of those shelves, this is the very first one above your workspace. Sadly, we have that RSJ right here though, which does just restrict you to one shelf. Gotta say, your place a lot more tidier, a lot cooler looking than mine, but we're not, this is the one shelf we're not 100% sure yet on what we're kind of, well, not that we're 100% sure on any of the shelves, but we at least have an idea of theme, right?
Yeah, that's right.
This is the one we're not 100% sure on. We've then got the shelf above the TV, but just before we get to that, check out what we've got below the TV. Bit of gaming going on. Please do excuse the dust as well. But this is the UCS Superstar Destroyer, right?
Yeah, that's right.
With the original figures. Again, excuse the dust. There's the plaque as well, if you guys wanted to see it. This one was, this is quite old as well though, right?
Yeah, I can't remember the exact year this came out, but yeah, it is an older set.
Was it also numbered bags, or not numbered bags? I don't remember you building this one.
No, I feel this was numbered bags, this one.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's certainly got the newer plaque design, so...
Yeah, but we feel it was like pretty cool kind of having it below the TV. Kind of looked quite Star Wars, well, at least in our opinion, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Non-Star Wars fans won't like it so much. But yeah, we then have the shelf above. Originally we wanted to go with 2 shelves, but we felt it just looked a little bit weird having the first shelf right kind of above the TV, didn't we? And then like having another one kind of slightly up. So we've just gone with the one, and we're thinking a bit of a Hot Toys theme going on right now. We've got Grogu, Mando, as well as the Blurg. There's then my workspace, which as I said is significantly more messy and less cool. I need to get much better monitors, get my whole LED set up. I do though have 2 shelves, however, I'm going to spoil the theme a little bit, as I'm going to go with anime, One Piece and Naruto to kind of decorate those shelves, so that's obviously not Star Wars. So that will be on our other channel, The Geek Lounge, but check this pretty cool piece out in behind. We have the Asajj Ventress. I think this is Mythos, right?
Yeah, that's the Mythos Sideshow statue.
Very, very cool. Though let me know in the comment section below, guys. Asajj, hotter with hair or hotter without? And to the left of that shelf, we have this one up here, which we're going to go with helmets, right? We just don't know which ones yet.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a fair few to choose from, but I think we can only fit 6 up there, maybe 7.
Yeah, because we were hoping 7 to like have 3, and like a 1 in the middle kind of. But I suppose 6 is still fairly cool. Don't know the theme yet, because we like went through your collection, which was more than we thought you had, right? It was like 24, was it? Or was it more than that?
Yeah, possibly even more than that.
Yeah, that's crazy. All those helmets to display somewhere. But yeah, as you guys can see, this is pretty bare. Yes, we got some kind of construction tools and things there. Apologies for that, but they're obviously going to get rid of. But this is what we were thinking about. If you guys have been following us from the beginning, we've sort of said we do want a specific area for the Mudhorn. You kind of lounging nicely there. Obviously, we use this as our backdrop for the Geek Lounge, and we have been using it for the Mudhorn. But we then want to change this to be our kind of permanent home for the Mudhorn Cantina. Not sure we would obviously see the shelf above, but yeah, this fall we're not too sure what we want to do though.
Yeah, I've got some plans, but
yeah,
it still needs to measure some stuff up and take a trip to IKEA to...
Yeah, these are all IKEA shelves, if anyone's wondering. What, lac is it?
Yeah, the IKEA lac floating shelves.
Floating shelves. So yeah, we want to kind of, I guess, have some kind of black shelves and kind of display a few different things. Funkos, like statues might be difficult due to the weight, and we obviously can't have stuff coming out too much because of the door, and obviously where I'd be sitting working and editing. That is where all the editing magic happens, by the way. But yeah, that's like work in progress. Still to be confirmed. Maybe even some nice artwork.
And speaking of artwork, let's check out today's mail call from Imperial Walker Inc.
That's pretty badass. Darth Maul, we're big fans of Darth Maul. Who's the signature?
Ian McCraig, concept artist for Phantom Menace, or various things on the Phantom Menace.
Another cool piece to add to the Darth Maul shrine. Right, to start decorating these shelves, I guess we need to take a trip into the loft, right? That's pretty much where everything is, but you know what? You guys can come along too. Alright, let's go. Whoa, 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 we don't need to see that. So you guys will have to excuse the mess in here as well. There's still a lot of crap here that we have to get rid of. A Lego bag that's probably full of... Has that got UCS sitting there?
I think it's the box from the Lego tie-in scepter.
Okay. A couple of Infinity Gauntlets over there. But yeah, guys, the lighting in here is not great as well, so you might not be able to see everything, but yeah, ton. This is like box heaven, I guess, if you love your boxes. Sorry, I'm a bit out of breath climbing that ladder, so unfit. But yeah, all of these boxes here, and sort of in behind there, Darth Maul, this is all Funko Pops. I mean, definitely some Star Wars stuff in here. I mean, there's some kind of like pretty rare things if you guys can read that. A lot of these I have on display though. These are like a mix of boxes of Funko Pops that are either out of their boxes, and I've just kept the boxes in other boxes, if that kind of makes sense. And then a lot of the rest are yeah, Funko Pop's still in their boxes again, if that makes sense. And then the majority of things here is Lego, right? Like, you guys can't even see in behind. These do go like a couple of boxes deep as well. But like these are some of the newer. Are these newer sets?
Yeah, those are brand new. I just haven't.
I mean, just like literally sitting there. But there's some rare stuff or older like UCS stuff here, right? Death Star.
Yeah, the
Cloud
Death Star 2.
City.
Yeah, the original Cloud City set. Well, and the newer Cloud City set. The
well, Master Replica stuff here, or at least the boxes.
Yeah,
anyway.
some of the boxes. Some of the stuff is in here. That's what I want to get on one of the shelves downstairs when we finally do that display.
Sideshow statues. Actually, so this is more a mix. I thought it was more Lego.
No,
I
mean, obviously some of those are empty. They're from the statues that we reviewed recently.
Right. Yeah. Like lightsaber boxes, just kind of buried in here. Yeah, what else have we got? I mean, sadly, guys, we can't really pull this out, otherwise we'd sort of be here all day. But yeah, it would have been cool to kind of maybe show some things off, right? Like, what have we got in behind here? Lego, what was that? E-Wing versus Shin Fighter or something?
Yeah, I think that's from the new Ahsoka series.
That's some of the newer stuff there. Kanan lightsaber. I think, did we show that? Oh, I don't even know if we showed off the Kanan lightsaber, but like, this is what we meant when we said we got like so much stuff, but just little room to like display it all. I mean, before we get into that, I don't know, cacophony, is that a good word, of mess? I mean, look here, helmets. I don't even know who artillery stormtrooper, Darth himself. Is that Incinerator, is it? Or
yeah, that's the Incinerator Trooper.
Boba, Mando. I mean,
Boba.
We might bring some of these down anyway, because we still need to work out which helmets we're going to put on display. But yeah, look at this. Is just, I don't even know what's here. Axe Woe's helmet. 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper helmet, which is a very cool one. I don't think we've ever showed that off.
No, I don't think so.
Even on the Geek Lounge before we had the Mudhorn, but yeah, we've seen that Darth Maul statue before. Very cool. More helmets and things over there.
They are just boxes, I think.
Okay.
The Kylo Ren and the Luke are on display.
Yeah, because you've got some of those on display in the other room.
The Vader helmet.
But then you guys may have noticed, at least Toys Wonderland, who are not Toys Wonderland anymore. Yeah, a lot of Hot Toys, and there's tons more in behind there as well. A bunch of like artwork pieces down here. It's just kind of crazy here in the loft. I mean, as you guys see, it's just, as I said, box heaven. But yeah, we need to dig through this, kind of figure out what we want to put on these shelves. It's going to take us a little while, so we're not going to really bore you guys with that. But through the magic of editing, yeah, here you go. Alrighty, Cantina patrons, it's actually the following morning. We massively underestimated how long it would firstly take to find things in the loft. Secondly, how long it would take to set some of these things up. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. So that's why we maybe look and sound a little less fresh than we did earlier in the video, particularly me, as I'm definitely not a morning person. But yeah, overall, I would say we're fairly happy with the outcome. Like, it's still like a work in progress.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, we didn't really take into account the size of some of these items in relation to the shelves. We just knew we wanted more space to
make sure you measure things, kids.
But yeah, I mean, it's not like we could have had bigger shelves because they couldn't have come out.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like when you actually start looking at the size of pieces and how deep some things are, it's like quite easy to forget, oh yeah, that's not actually going to fit in that space.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, overall with the 3 shelves, I would say like one we're actually very happy with.
Yeah.
The other we're kind of like pretty happy with. It's still a slight work in progress. The 3rd shelf, it looks decent now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're going to show you guys in literally just a second. But that's definitely a work in progress. It's not what we went with. I've been calling it an epic failure, which is massively harsh. It's not a failure. I mean, in fact, let's just show you guys now. All right, so the one shelf I've harshly been saying is an epic failure is the one above your desk. We decided in the end to go with a bit of a Mando theme, but originally we were thinking a Darth Vader theme, because this big old box down here actually contains the Darth Vader mythos statue. We do actually still have some footage of it when we showed it off on our other channel, the Geek Lounge, last year. There it is, guys. Such a cool statue, but as you said, we just didn't really measure it properly, and what was it, like 4 or 5 centimeters too deep?
I think so. I mean, it could have perhaps worked at an angle maybe, but I'd also be dubious about putting anything really that heavy on these sort of shelves.
Especially dropping down on the monitors and stuff like that. Expensive monitors you got as well. It's not that we need to point that out, but yeah, it's something to certainly consider when you are putting shelves above expensive things. The television as well. Let's not forget. But yeah, we were also going to put was it one of the Black Series Darth? Was it the Obi-Wan Darth Vader helmet?
Yeah, they kind of exploded. I think they call it with like the stand, so it's all kind of opened up.
Yeah.
But again, the depth of that just doesn't work.
Yeah, that was way too deep. But again, it's like well, hopefully I can still find the short. We did a short for you guys. Hopefully I can find it and show you what we have, or show you how it looks, because that was very, very cool. And of course, we were then going to add like a lightsaber, hot toys, just pretty much a Darth Vader themed shelf. But in the end, it just didn't work out. So yeah, we've gone with Mando in the end. And yeah, as we said, this is pretty much work in progress, right? This is just...
Yeah, there's quite a few other props I've got that we can add to this. I want to get some helmet stands, or maybe even mount the helmets on the wall.
Yeah. Which
might then at least allow that extra height to be utilised.
Yeah.
Then put the Bo-Katan helmet would likely fit in there somewhere as well.
Because that's the kind of shame of it, really. Like, it's quite low to your monitors, and we kind of did that because we felt we would have something maybe a bit higher.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas now it's like, okay, there's like quite a lot of space in there. But as you said, it's just being creative, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it depends how minimalist you want your display as well. Like, some people have things that may have a lot of space, like fairly spaced out. Some people have things like literally just rammed in as tight as you can get them in, just filtering on. But
yeah, the sad thing is now that box, because it's such a big box, like, what do we do with it? Like, such a cool statue just to leave in a box. We just need to find a place for it, really. But let's go through what is on the shelf currently. So yeah, I think you might need to say what we've got here. What, EFX is it?
Yeah, so the first one was the EFX Season 1 Mando helmet.
Yeah, and we got a plaque signed by Brendan Wayne, who we met just end of May, I think it was, right? MCM Comic-Con London. Then what, a Darksaber?
Yeah, it's the Hasbro Black Series Darksaber.
So, without the blade, because I think the blade is a bit too big, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, we can maybe throw it in at one point, but I definitely think like on camera, it looks like there's a lot of space, but it's not it's maybe a bit deceiving, let's say. We've then got what, hot toys, is that?
Yeah, it's the one or the life-size Grogu hot toy,
which is very cool.
Shell all the way from Canada.
Seashell from Canada.
My goddaughter put into my bag, and I got stopped at customs as we were leaving.
Because it's like what do they call it? Like a live, or like it's, I can't remember the term they use.
Yeah, but it shows up on the X-rays.
Yeah, and then we have the Mando hot toys as well. That's the deluxe one, isn't it?
Yes, that's that is technically Mando and Grogu, I think, isn't it? So that's the one that comes with the
the Boba Fett
armor, Pedro Pascal head sculpt, and all the Boba Fett armor and the pieces. Yeah, I did actually have that set up.
Yeah,
before, but because we were just fiddling around, it's
yeah.
I'm not sure that will stay there. I was kind of considering, maybe if we can get the helmets up, might even break out the 1/4 Hot Toys Mando figure.
Scale Mando. And then the armor, that's not EFX though, right?
No, this is a custom by GEC Props. That was from part of the Hyperdrive group, where they do kind of small exclusive runs for kind of custom prop builders.
Yeah, and again, a plaque signed by Emily Swallow. You actually had this, because we should say we also met her at MCM Comic-Con London, but you already had the plaque signed before that. But we got to meet them both, such like awesome, cool people, as most Star Wars people are, to be honest. I got my pop signed by both of them for the two characters. But yeah, as we said, this Mando shelf, like, there's plenty more props and little things you can put in. We just have to be a bit more creative. It's just, unfortunately, we ran out of time. But that's kind of the joy of collecting, right? You're ever kind of like expanding on things and let your kind of creativity flow. But that's what we have for now. All right, so we go from Mando helmets to Trooper helmets. This is what we've decided to go with on the other shelf. Again, somewhat a work in progress. Do you want to talk us through from left to right the helmets that we have?
Yeah, so these are all Hasbro Black Series. So obviously the first one is the Shock Trooper helmet from Battlefront 2.
Yeah, I think that was GameStop exclusive, which we don't have GameStop here. So did you get that from the States then?
Yeah, I think that was all ordered on eBay from the States.
Yeah.
It's the only place I could really find it. Although I do believe there were rumours that Hasbro are actually re-releasing a lot of these, so probably could have waited and got it here. But yeah, I did buy that one quite some time ago, so
it's a bit of a shame. And just to actually quickly point out, you guys may notice that the first three helmets, they kind of look nicely propped up versus the other three. We do actually have these little kind of foam things underneath. They actually come from the die-cast Funko Pops. They're pretty much just the protection. Sadly, I only could find 3 down here for now. The rest are definitely in the loft. I definitely have enough because they oddly fit really well to kind of prop up the helmet, don't they?
yeah, it kind of sits like right in the way where those kind of the front bits of the helmet drops down. It really kind of makes it sit there just right.
Yeah, whereas the others are like kind of very flat, and they just need like a little bit of sort of propelling's the right word, but obviously kind of like slanted upwards, like those other 3 are. But yeah, let's go back to the rest of the helmet. So then we got the Shadow Trooper.
Yeah, the Shadow Trooper helmet next. Again, I think that was quite an early release. I think both of those first 2 were either like the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th ones that Hasbro did.
Yeah, always very cool. Then just the classic.
Yeah, the classic Stormtrooper, which I still think is technically based on a Rogue One helmet, I believe. Okay. Which I guess probably are all the molds for these because they all look identical. They're just repainted.
Yeah, exactly.
As a typical toy company would do, retool and repaint.
Yeah, so then we were talking, sort of saying that we've got like these expensive EFX helmets, and we've just kind of gone ahead and put. Not that these aren't cheap, but they are the cheaper variants, really, the Black Series stuff. So.
Yeah, I always kind of feel these like an entry helmet into collecting, but obviously there's quite a lot of them now, so it's like, as you said in our earlier thing, I've got like 24 of these scattered around, and obviously there's I think there's 2 released at the moment that I haven't got, and another 2 on the way.
Yeah, no doubt will come into the collection, I suppose. Then we've got Arc.
It's the artillery trooper from The Mandalorian.
And then next to him is that's the incinerator one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're both kind of Mando helmets, and I guess there's the usual Star Wars weathering on that one, but I guess they are like remnant of the Imperial Galactic Empire, right? Still, so that's I guess why they're a bit weathered. And then that's the one thing why we said we're kind of like partially or somewhat happy with this shelf, because as cool as the Scout Trooper helmet is, it doesn't really go, right? It's
yeah, I don't think it quite fits in with the other ones. We might have to do something different. As I said to you, I'm almost kind of tempted to space the Trooper helmets out more and maybe put a hot toy in.
Yeah.
Because out of those 5 helmets, I actually have 4 1/6 scale figures that will actually for those same helmets.
It's just this one here on the end we don't have a hot toy for, right?
Yeah, and the Shadow Trooper, I actually have the sideshow figure, not the hot toy, but it's still 1/6 scale.
Because again, you guys will see they're not quite centered. We could have obviously made them a bit centered. It's just, again, timing, as I said, work in progress as well. But for all intents and purposes, I still think it looks really cool. As we said, the Scout Trooper helmet, it has always been really cool. It just maybe doesn't quite fit. And sadly, because one thing we were thinking of doing is having like the Clone Trooper helmet and kind of having like a bit of an evolution, like going from that to Stormtrooper to
First
Order. But then you kind of lose some kind of space as well, don't you? Or you like lose some things to put on display. So like, I think for the best part, unless they do then release another one with a different kind of color variation, this is at least what we're going to go with for now. But yeah, like you said, maybe we'll add in some hot toys, but fairly happy with this for now. And last but not least, we have the shelf above the TV, the one we're really happy with. We mentioned we were going to go with a Hot Toys theme, and we've picked the Clone Wars, a show we're both pretty big fans of. This is though what we were saying, where like this took a lot of time to find and a lot of time to set up. Like, I love Hot Toys, but you know that saying, like, it's all about the journey, not the destination. For me, Hot Toys is all about the destination. I hate that journey kind of putting them all together. For me, it's a pain. I don't know about you. That just took a lot of time to set up, right?
Yeah, it's certainly a struggle, especially when you're doing that many at that point. You just forget how tedious it can be to get the hands to stay in and click things in, get the guns or weapons into the hands, and even kind of the poses we've got, which are in some cases a little bit static.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it can be so difficult, but for all intents and purposes, we're pretty happy with how it's come out and looked. We do eventually want to add the, like, it's a walker, isn't it?
Yeah, I forget what it's actually called now.
Yeah, it probably does have a specific name. I mean, I'll put a shot there for you guys so you know what we're talking about, because it's still on pre-order, isn't it, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, and so we're thinking that kind of sitting at the back might look really, really cool. Let's go through these then. So we've got the Bark Speeder.
Yeah, so that's the heavy weapons trooper and Bark Speeder. So this is the one that does come with the sidecar as well.
Yeah, sadly the sidecar didn't fit on here. I mean, we could have had it, because the sidecar can actually go like at the back here, but then he would have like been across the whole shelf, and it probably wouldn't have looked as cool.
Yeah, I must admit, until we got that out of the box, I actually kind of forgot how long that was. To be honest, you forget 1/6 scale stuff is just huge.
Yeah, and so we got the heavy. What was it? Heavy infantry clone or whatever.
Yeah, heavy. I think it's just heavy clone trooper. I think might be infantry.
We've got him with his little bag, and he's kind of one-handing the Bark Speeder with a gun. We've then just got, is that just like a regular 501st?
Yeah, it's the 501st Deluxe version. So that's the one that comes with the interchangeable helmets. I think it had the Phase 1, the Phase 2 501st, and then the Ahsoka 332nd. Yeah. Which we've chosen to kind of pose.
Yeah, which is really cool. And we've kind of got him in this kind of flying jetpack pose. We got one of our favourites, Captain Rex, double gunning as always, because he also came with the two helmet molds, didn't he?
That's right.
One, and then you get which is a shame, because the face molds are actually really cool, kind of somewhat captured Tamara Morrison's likeness. But we felt it didn't really make sense for them to have their helmets off if they're kind of like in this battle pose. We've then got another. Was that Commander Appo? Or
Captain? Commander Appo. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so he comes with the other Bark Speeder, which sadly we've now got a sidecar and a Bark Speeder not on display, but we'll find somewhere for it one day. He's just got a blaster rifle, I guess. But it's cool that all the clones somewhat, because that's what they are. They're clones, but they all have different personalities and different looks to an extent. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It evolved from what you kind of saw in Attack of the Clones, where they were literally all uniformed. Just had that plain white armor.
So that's pretty cool. Let's skip her just for a second. We've got another one over here, 501st. Decided to kind of go jetpack style again. You guys can even see some of the flames there at the back. But different helmet mold as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's Captain Vaughn from the final series of the Clone Wars. So obviously he, I guess, was in charge of the 332nd in terms of when they split the Legion, or whatever terminology you use.
And then we have, what's that, Captain Vaughn, isn't it?
No, that Vaughn is the one in the back.
Oh, so Vaughn's, this is Jesse. Yeah, sorry. And again, Jesse has a really cool head mold because of the tattoo kind of all over the face, but again, one of those things, does it really make sense to kind of have it out? We've got him with the, what's the hologram of again? The transport carrier?
Yeah, like the troop, I forget the official designation, but the troop carrier that they all kind of fly in on.
Holding the gun down, again, looks pretty different. A lot of magnetized pieces on there, which is quite annoying. Why the kind of communicator itself is then not magnetized, because that kind of can fall out quite easily. So we got
I mean that could have quite easily been built into that hand. It's not like you can do anything else with the hand, so why not just put a little magnet in that and the the communicator piece.
And then we have gone with Ahsoka herself. We've said, and I think, didn't you say a lot of people were kind of like, it does look a bit weird, like the face sculpt, like they've tried to make a realistic version of the animated series, essentially.
Yeah, in some respects, I do have the Sideshow Clone Wars 1/6 scale ones they did, which in a way I kind of prefer because it looks that more anime style.
Yeah.
But I thought because of the ones we've chosen there, that figure is from the final series of the Clone Wars, so it fits in better with what we've got up here.
Yeah, and you guys may have seen, just threw in these couple of little helmets. What are these, D'Agostini or something?
Yeah, D'Agostini, or now what they Fan Home now, I think something they go like as.
That. But yeah, Rex, and then Phase. Is that just
Phase 2, 501st.
501st, but yeah, as we said, we're pretty happy with that shelf. Again, I've probably used this term like 5 or 6 times. Still a work in progress. Still maybe can throw in some kind of artwork in the back so it's not all just kind of greyish. But yeah, very happy with how that's turned out for now. It's good to sit down, no?
Yep.
Yeah, even though we just woke up an hour or so ago. But yeah, Cantina patrons, that is going to do it for today's video. We hope you did enjoy this episode. Looking at things now, yeah, I think we're fairly happy, but let us know in the comment section below what you guys think of our shelfie updates. We don't really know what to call this video. I'm going to go like...
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, isn't it?
Display update, collection tour-ish, because you guys got to see, well, you definitely got to see much more of the collection than you normally do, but you saw a lot of boxes still, we get it. Yeah, you guys are showing us boxes, what's really in there, but we hope to be able to share that with all of you one day. Tons of content to come, of course. We do drop episodes well, this is the other thing. We normally drop episodes every single Tuesday. This video we had to delay a little bit till the Wednesday, but we are also thinking about maybe dropping new episodes every Wednesday instead.
Yeah, yeah, it just fits in better schedule-wise.
Yeah, so we're just going to kind of play around with things for a bit, but yeah, maybe in 1 to 2 weeks' time we may announce that it's going to be kind of Wednesday uploads instead, but yeah. I'm babbling now, guys. Again, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If so, be sure to give us the thumbs up. Drop some comments below. What did you think of our displays? And yeah, let us know. What do you want to see? Lightsabers, helmets, hot toys, Lego, or do you just want to see everything? And I mentioned earlier when displaying the hot toys that it's all about the destination as opposed to the journey, but this is all about the journey, guys. We really want to grow the Mudhorn Cantina here on YouTube, and we need your help to do it. We need your shares, your likes, your comments, and we also need you to subscribe and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content, guys. We really do appreciate you watching this video, and as always,
may the Force be with you.